Welcome to COMANDOLIN. If you play mandolin, there's a good chance that you hang around with some acoustic guitar playing buddies, and you probably spend some time playing country, bluegrass, Americana, kind of under the umbrella of what I think of as acoustic bar music. This song is going to come up. It's just a matter of time before Wagon Wheel comes around, I guess, no pun intended. It's a great one to have in the bag for that very reason. You know, way back at the beginning of the channel, I had specifically said that I wasn't even going to do Wagon Wheel because it's such a popular, overplayed song, and I don't know, trying to be different or something. But it occurs to me, you know, looking back, it's pretty disingenuous because I've played Wagon Wheel in public many times and packed many a dance floor. And, you know, the people at the bar, they don't care that mandolin players think it's overplayed and, you know, kind of snobbery. There's an attitude about Wagon Wheel. But hey, people love it. It's popular for a reason. So I'm going to show you, it's always played in pretty much one of two keys. It's going to be in G or going to be in A. So I'll show you in both keys, really simplified, as simple as I can make it, a little beginner version there in G, and you know, as simple as I can make it in A. And then we'll also look at a little melody you can play, because your buddies might look at you and be like, hey, play a solo or something. I'll just show you a little 3-note kind of tune you can sit in there. But hey, I've rambled for a bit. Before we get going, make sure you've subscribed down below. COMANDOLIN, do a lot of these lessons and tutorials and stuff. Make sure to hit the merch store for the stickers and the hoodies and stuff. There's links down below for, the Patreon page. Got all kinds of additional lessons and ability to have one-on-one lessons and stuff. I forget what all, Facebook and stuff. Make sure, of course, let me know where you're watching from in the world so I can put a pin on my map for you. Let's jump right in here. Wagon Wheel. All right, so let's just jump right in here and check it out. Like I said, this will always be played pretty much in either G or A, depending on who you're playing with and I guess what their vocal range is. Now, G is the more beginner-friendly, easier key here because that uses the open chords that we learned on day one. So let's check it out here. Starts out in G with the G chord. 3rd fret of the E, 2nd fret of the A, bottom 2 open. We're going to move it down to a D chord. This finger will just come down to the 2nd fret. This finger here comes up to the 2nd fret of the low G string. So middle 2 strings are open and the outside 2 strings are in the 2nd fret. So G, D. We're going to go to an E minor. So this finger will slide back to the 3rd fret. And you just lay this finger across the middle 2 strings in the 2nd fret. For an E minor, and then we'll move to a C. 3rd fret of the A, 2nd fret of the D, just the C, or just the G chord, put everything up a string. So C, that's all the notes in the whole song. So first time through, it'll do that. Now the next time through, it just doesn't play the E minor. G, D, C. So that's the whole progression of the whole song. Let's talk about a couple easy, you know, right-hand patterns you can do here. Now the easiest one, as always, is to just hit the bottom string and go, and then hit the whole chord. Just go note, chord, note, chord. Depending on how fast the song is, you know. Now just adding one simple little upstroke to that, you could go note, chord, note, chord, and then up, add a little upstroke. Just want to keep your rhythm simple and just follow along with, you know, what everybody else is laying down. All right, so there it is in G. Now, a lot of times, a lot of people will do it in A. So everything has to move up a full step, which equates to 2 frets on the fretboard here. Now here's a simplified. We can do an A here and still use 2-finger chords here. They'll just be different. We can, you just using the bottom 3 strings. We can do an A major chord this way, 4th fret here, and then this finger across the bottom 2 strings on the 2nd fret. So that can be an A. And now move this finger up to the 4th fret here on the G string. And again, just the middle 2 there. So A, E, and now for our F sharp minor, we can pull this off with 2 fingers. This finger here on the 6th fret of the G string, and this finger on the 4th fret of the D, and then the open A. So F sharp minor chord, and then a 1-finger D chord. We can do a D chord with 1 finger, 2nd fret of the G string. And again, that's all the notes of the song. So we could just go back to A, E, and D. And then the last thing we can do, while we're in A, we can start using the notes on that high E string and do some 3-finger chords. When you're ready, we can fill out that sound a little more. We take our chord we just did, the A chord here, 4th fret, and then the bottom 2 2nd fret. All we need to do is take our pinky and lay it here on the 5th fret. So we have a big, full A major chord. So A. And now this E chord we just did, 4th fret here, pointer finger in the middle 2 strings, but now it's sitting right here anyway. Just take this finger and sit it on the 4th fret of the A string. It's just our open D chord, but up. So you got 4 on the outside, 2 on the inside. So there's our E chord. And I say, well, we were A, we got E. So now when we do our F sharp minor and we give 6, 4, and A, all we have to do, because it's just hanging out here anyway, take this finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the high E. And then down to a full-on open D chord. 2, open, open, and 2. I like to finger my D chords like this when I can get away with it, just because, I don't know, the finger's stronger, maybe a little more comfortable for me. But so that's the whole chord, or the whole song right there's that progression. Back through without the minor chord. All right, so that's 3 options there. It's a G, an option in G, a slightly simplified option in A major, and then the full-on A major progression. I think it's probably an A major 60% of the time, G 40% of the time. Like I say, probably depends on whoever singing with you. But all right, so those are the chords. Let's break down, because maybe you're jamming with your buddies and someone stops singing and gives you the look, like, hey, play a little something or play a little solo. And let's just check out a real simple little melody you can just lay on top of this. All right, so let's look at this. Again, so you're playing along, say you're doing it in G, and you're playing with your buddies. They're singing and doing the whole thing. And they do the big chorus. And then all of a sudden, they stop singing, they look at you, and with that look of, hey, play something, give me a little something here. Well, here's something you can have in the bag here, super easy. So if we're doing it in G, plant our finger right here, 3rd fret on that G note. Now, we're just going to walk up to it here. Check it out. On the A string, 5th fret, 7th fret, and up to that 3rd fret on the G. So let's see, what would that be? Hit the 3rd fret note like 3 times. Come back down here to where your finger was, the 7th fret of the A, and back up to the 3. Move it up to the 5th fret. Go to the 7th fret. And back down 5 to 3. So basically you're just walking up. Whoop, let's see, what would it be? Walking up. Walk back down to the 3rd fret. And then when they do that progression over again, you just 3rd, 2nd, and open on the E. That's it. Now it's handy in the G too because it makes a lot of visual sense because it's just, you're connecting the dots here using the dotted, you know, frets here between that 5 and the 7. And you don't even really have to, you don't have to do that little walk up. You could just start on that note. But all you're doing is walking up from 3 to 5, 7, and then walking back down, 7, 5, 3. And then again, when they go back. So that's, I mean, you can play that twice, you know, if they go through the whole progression. You know, that'll be great. And they're doing the whole thing underneath. And things will be rocking and rolling. Let's look at it. Maybe you're doing it in A. All right, well, guess what? It's exactly the same. Just everything up 2 frets. Put your finger right here, 5th fret of A. And again, if you want to do the little walk up here, it'd be 7 to 9 on the A string. Back up here, 5th fret of that high E. So you can drop down and catch that bottom note again on the 9th fret. Up to the 7, up to the 9. Just walking back down, 9, 7, 5. And then when the chords progression goes again, you have 5, 4, 2. Exact same melody as before, but up. Getting a lot of melody out of just a few notes here. Yeah, your main melody is just walking on those 3 notes. So yeah, again, in G down here. In A up here. Either way, it's going to sound great. All right, thanks for tuning in today for a look at Wagon Wheel. Again, I mean, this is just a staple. I mean, this is the Freebird, the Stairway to Heaven of the genre, right? And it's just a matter of time before it comes up. So you got to have this one in the bag. But hey, thanks for tuning in as always, and we'll see you next time.